Hello, Wendy, Rocco, Mayor.
Good evening. I hereby announce that pursuant to the Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, the adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in the notice which was sent to the Asbury Park Press, the Two River Times, and posted on the bulletin board in Township Hall, and filed in the clerk's office on January 3rd, 2024. Mayor Impreviduto?
Here.
Mr. Foster?
Here.
Ms. LaMountain?
Here.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Here.
Mr. Romano?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Wendy. If you'll please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, Wendy, guess we're moving on to approval of minutes. Do I have a motion to approve minutes from September 10th, exec and public sessions?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been successfully passed.
And now public comment for agenda items only at this time. Going once, going twice. No public comments. Want to move on to consent agenda? Do I have a motion to approve resolutions 2024-221 to 2024-229?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolutions 2024-221 through 2024-229 have been successfully passed. Next is hearing on ordinance 2024-18, which is an ordinance approving conveyance of interest in access easement for Crawford Hill property to County of Monmouth.
Do I have a motion? Public hearing. I keep skipping the public hearing line. Public hearing on 2024-18. Going once, going twice. Mr. Blumenthal, come on down.
Good evening, Ralph Blumenthal, 41 Stony Brook Road. I find the title of this ordinance a little bit deceiving in that it says it's an ordinance approving the conveyance of interest. Attached in the materials was a resolution that you're adopting, and it did not say anything about the easement other than it authorizes you, Rocco, and Jay to sign off and do whatever formal steps are needed for that to happen. But it did not contain a definition or explanation of just what the easements that you're granting to the county are. I'm certainly aware that by virtue of the fact that the county provided a bunch of money and they wanted some strings to go with it, that there are some things that they wanted, including something about the historic preservation and the like, that is going on. But the attachment in the agenda item for this did not explain any of that. Could you please describe a little bit about what's going on?
Sure, Mike, I'm going to defer to you on this. I wouldn't call them strings necessarily, but I'd say probably considerations with the money paid. But go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and I do think what's being conveyed is addressed in the ordinance, but to better explain for you, when the taking occurred as set forth in the first whereas clause, the township filed a declaration of taking, which acquired the fee simple title to Lot 6 and Lot 6.01, and it also took an access easement interest in the current roadway that crosses Lot 7 so that the township could access Lot 6 and Lot 6.01. The township has closed with the county, so the county possesses a deed of open space easement that encumbers Lot 6 and Lot 6.01 in exchange for the generous funding that the county provided the township, and the township is in receipt of those funds. As part of the closing, the county did ask that we provide them with an interest in the easement so that they can access the property to which they have the easement rights, and they're not landlocked, which seems perfectly reasonable. So all this does is the housekeeping of ensuring that the county can use the access easement that Holmdel possesses across Lot 7, which in layman's terms is simply the roadway in front of the former Nokia building.
So this all is only related to the easement on Lot 7, is not with regard to the rights that you've given them with regard to 6 and 601.
Correct. This is strictly with respect to Lot 7, Lot 6, and 6.01 is already done, and that was approved in a previous ordinance.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
Any other questions, comments from the public regarding 2024-18? I guess not. I guess we're good.
Mr. Foster? Ms. LaMountain?
We have to, can I get a, sorry, can I get a motion?
Move.
Second.
Mr. Foster? Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impravaduto?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-18 has been successfully adopted, and it will be published in the Asbury Park Press according to law.
Thank you, Wendy. We'll move on to our administrator, Mr. Delaney.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one announcement, follow up on previous discussions. Beginning tomorrow, the 2024 road program will begin with milling and paving in the area of Hawthorne Avenue. The full program will continue for approximately 5 to 6 weeks in various locations throughout the municipality, depending on weather and any obstacles that may be encountered during the construction process.
Jay, do we want to, we discussed some resolutions. Do we want, or is that something we're going to be tackling this evening, or is that for the next meeting?
Thank you for that reminder. Following up on the executive session, I had distributed a resolution authorizing a contract with the CFO. And additionally, the resolution was distributed authorizing contract with the CME Engineering to provide traffic study services in relation to ongoing litigation.
Thank you. The members of the committee have had, I think, an opportunity to review the resolution, so can I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
This is for both of them, Michael? Yeah. Mr. Foster? Ms. LaMountain?
I'll abstain because I wasn't at executive session.
Mr. Lucarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impravaduto?
Yes.
The two added on resolutions have been successfully passed. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. You done, Mr. Administrator?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Mr. Euro?
Nothing, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you. Counselor?
I'm good, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Moving on to the committee. Committeeman Romano.
Thank you, Mayor. From the Holmdel Library, we had 2,491 items checked out in the month of September, over 3,570 visitors, 711 reference questions, and 160 people used the private rooms. From the Board of Ed, transportation and busing issues. As the district closes out the month of September, some of the initial challenges experienced with transportation have largely been resolved. The district continues to address more individualized concerns about busing on a case-by-case basis. Once again, the Board of Education and Administration extend their thanks to the Holmdel Police Department for their ongoing assistance, not only in keeping our schools safe, but also in helping with traffic management and the daily arrival and dismissal of students. In the athletics department, the district's fall athletics teams have been competing with commitment, intensity, and of course good sportsmanship. The high school field hockey team collected its first 2 wins of the season. Our girls' tennis team remains undefeated. The football team earned a convincing victory against Manasquan last Friday with a score of 41-0. Middle school sports have also begun, and we wish our SATS middle school student athletes the best of luck this fall season. The school district will hold the last of its annual back-to-school nights this week. These events have been well attended by parents and guardians, and the tone has been one of positivity and enthusiasm. The High School Theater Guild recently completed auditions for the fall play Romeo and Juliet, which will be performed in November. They also announced that the spring musical will be Curtains. Clubs and activities across the district are now in full swing, with club and activity fairs being held at booths at the middle and high schools. Indian High School is excited to offer additional extracurricular activities this year, including an entrepreneurship club, a school newspaper, robotics clubs, and of course the school plays. Board of Education will hold its public action meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, September 25th at 7 p.m. From the Holmdel Heritage Committee, October is Italian Heritage Month. A few Holmdel Italian families will be putting up displays at the Holmdel Library about Italian history and culture. Please stop by the library in October to check out their hard work. The Holmdel Heritage Day will take place on Sunday, December 8th from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at Holmdel High School. The Heritage Committee continues to recruit volunteers for this event. Any Holmdel residents who are interested in offering their talents or helping at this multicultural celebration event, please contact Holmdel Heritage Committee at holmdelheritage@gmail.com.
Thank you, Joe. Ms. LaMountain?
Thank you, Mayor. The Community Development Department, there are no new updates for our meeting tonight. Holmdel Green Team. The Green Team is reviewing the Community Energy Plan materials to prepare to meet with Sustainable Jersey. Any Holmdel residents who would like to participate in this important initiative are invited to reach out to the Green Team or attend the next meeting. The team is planning to be at Bellworks Market on October 23rd to perform community outreach and share sustainability information, including community solar, with the public. Members of the Green Team have been working with Village School and SATS Middle School science teachers on the topic of native plants, and also with a local high school student who has offered to help with Holmdel sustainability projects, and the team continues to plan for our Sustainable Jersey 2025 certification. Their next meeting is Monday, October 7th at 7 p.m. Members of the public are invited to attend. Anyone that can attend in person can also email their feedback or questions to greenteam@holmdeltownship.com.
Thanks, Kim. Mr. Lucarelli?
Thank you, Mayor. The Holmdel Police Department has received an increase in traffic complaints from the Cross Farm Park on weekends. Visitors to the park are reminded to follow the correct traffic patterns. Absolutely no vehicle should be driving on the grass. The Holmdel Police Department will be monitoring for infractions. Public Works has completed the final brush collection for the year. The next collection for brush will commence in April of next year. Large item drop-off, we have the next two dates. Well, it says the next two dates, but it only says one. So the next date is Saturday, September 28th. That's this Saturday, right? Yep. So this Saturday, the 28th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Bell Works. And then fall leaf collection will begin approximately November 4th and will run through the months of November and December, and then finish up in January. Each resident is entitled to 2 rounds of leaf collection during that period. Please refer to the blue postcard that you received in the mail to know exactly when your section will be picked up. And then lastly, the Public Works Department will host a paper shredding event for Holmdel residents on November 2nd at the Department of Public Works building at 14 Crawford's Corner Road. This is a free service and limited to Holmdel residents only. Proof of residency is required, and there's a 100-pound limit. And that is all I have for you this evening, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman. Deputy Mayor Foster.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. A couple updates from the Department of Recreation. This past Friday night, the Recreation Department hosted its annual father-daughter campout at Bayonet Farm. There was 100 participants. This is the largest crowd since the event started back in 2018. Thank you to the Rec Department staff for their hard work on this great event. Harvest Fest is back this year. It will be held Saturday, October 12th from 12 to 7 p.m. at Bayonet Farm. The day will include food vendors, craft vendors, local businesses, live music, a petting zoo, BMX shows, inflatable attractions, a beer and wine garden as well. The night will conclude with the showing of It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, followed by fireworks show to close out the night. Come out with your friends, family, and neighbors and celebrate our great town. Trick or Treat at Bayonet Farm will be held on Friday, October 25th. Registration is free, and it opens on October 1st on the Rec Desk portal and is open only to Holmdel residents. The Bayonet Farm Trail Race will be held on October 20th. The registration is open for both the 1 mile kids race and the 4 mile main race. Runners are still needed for the main race. Registration can be done by visiting the Recreation Department's Rec Desk portal as well. And we have last call for the new pickleball and tennis programs to be held at the courts at Bailey Lane. All classes will be held on Saturday afternoons from September 29th to October 27th, which is 5 classes total. Foundation pickleball for ages 18 and over will be either 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Foundation tennis, ages 5 through 8 at 2:50 p.m. and ages 8 through 11 at 3:50 p.m. Sports tennis for ages 3 to 5 will be held at 2 p.m. Registration is also open for the following fall programs: adult beginner art classes, Mom and Me Storytime and Sensory Sessions, Kids Art, Teen Art, and Yoga at Bell Works. And then just a final reminder from the Veterans Committee. The nominations are open for the Holmdel Veteran of the Year Award, currently being accepted on the website or at the Recreation Department window. This is awarded annually at the Veterans Day ceremony in November to a veteran who had honorable military service, contributed their time and energy to the Holmdel community, and has made a commitment to encouraging and supporting fellow veterans. So if you know of a deserving veteran, please let us know. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. All right, so this Friday, September 27th at 4 p.m., we're going to do a ribbon cutting for our new pickleball courts, the courts at Bailey Lane. But beginning tomorrow, Holmdel residents will be able to make up to 3 reservations per week using the Recreation Department's Rec Desk portal. We're having a reservation system, effectively, for the pickleball courts, and the reason for that is to ensure the users are Holmdel residents and Holmdel residents only. And we're limiting it at the start to 3 reservations per week because we just frankly don't know what the interest level is going to be. So we're going to start there. If there's if there's room, we'll expand. If not, we'll have to contract to give as many people in town with interest as much time as possible to play on those courts. So we do look forward to Holmdel residents enjoying these facilities for many years to come. They will be open year-round. When the weather gets too cold, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit prohibitive at this point in time, but dawn to dusk is probably the availability for it in the immediate term. A reminder for Holmdel residents that the final day to register to vote for the November general election is Tuesday, October 15th. For more information, including sample ballots and instructions on how to register to vote, please visit the Monmouth County Clerk's election website, monmouthcountyvotes.org. State law and the Holmdel Township ordinance require that all dogs be licensed and that dog owners ensure that their pet is properly vaccinated from rabies. To that end, Holmdel is providing a free rabies clinic for dogs and cats on Wednesday, October 30th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Senior Community Center. And one final note, I want to take a moment to recognize the passing of former Holmdel Mayor Joseph V. Popolo earlier this month. Mr. Popolo served as mayor of Holmdel from 1983 to 1985. Our thoughts and prayers are with his loved ones. May he rest in peace. And that is all I have for this evening, so we can now move on to public comment. Wendy, if you want to kick it off.
In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is a public comment period for public comment on any governmental issue of public concern. In accordance with Resolution 2022-17, public commenters are asked to raise their hand and wait to be recognized by the mayor before coming forward and making public comments. Commenters are asked to state their full name and address before commenting. Public commenters are limited to 1 comment not to exceed 3 minutes. Comments should be directed to the mayor and township committee. If appropriate, the mayor may direct and recognize a staff employee or professional to respond to comments at either at this meeting or in writing after this meeting.
Thank you, Wendy. Anyone from the public have anything to say?
Patrick Truskita, 56 Line Road. At a previous meeting, there was supposed to be a meeting with the New Jersey Historical Society. Could you give us an update if that meeting took place and what was done at that meeting?
Yeah, the meeting took place. I couldn't attend that day. Brian, I don't know if you have anything to report on that.
Sure. Just answer your question briefly, Pat. 3 representatives from the state came and met myself, Administrator Delaney, some of the other people in town, Bob Ward, Barbara Kowaleski. Basically walked the site, talked about the different things that are going on up there or that we intend to go on up there, and basically all the other outhouses and different, structures, whether or not they were part of the historical relevance of the property, and just kind of getting an idea of what they're comfortable with us either getting rid of completely and basically how to start moving forward with making this a park. So nothing significant happened. I think we were all very happy with what they felt about it. Dr. Wilson and his wife were there as well, which is great because they explained and toured everybody around, which they've been absolutely fantastic about. So I think it was a step in the right direction, and they seem to be behind everything that we're proposing.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else from the public? Going once, going twice. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everybody.